iPhoneReplacementParts.com presents another do-it-yourself video for the iPhone 3GS digitizer glass removal and replacement. Warning: this video is intended for informational purposes only. iPhoneReplacementParts.com is not responsible for any damage caused of any kind. You are performing this repair at your own risk. When starting on your repairs on your 3GS digitizer, first you want to turn off your iPhone. Remove your SIM tray. There are two screws on the bottom of your iPhone right next to your charging dock that needs to be removed. Next, you want to grab your suction cup and place it on the bottom of your screen and lift up to pull up the glass. There are three connectors that need to be disconnected. Connectors 1, 2, and 3. Connector number 3 has a latch, so you must lift up on the latch before you pull out the cable. Next step, you have to remove your LCD from the back of your digitizer frame. There are 6 screws that need to be removed. You can pause the video now until you've done that. The next thing you must do is remove the LCD from the framework. By pulling out on the frame, it'll be easy to lift up on the LCD. Pull your LCD out and do not touch the front of the LCD. Keep it in a clean spot. The next step is you have to remove the digitizer glass from the mid-frame. First thing you want to do is heat it up with the blow dryer or heat gun. You're going to get a screwdriver or knife and work the glass away from the frame. This is a tedious job. Be careful. Do not force things. Keep heating it up and softening up the glue, and it will separate. Just remember to be careful. Do not force things. If you're careful with a screwdriver and a little knife, you can get this done. Once you get the main part of the glass away, now you have to clean up the surface area and take away the old glass. This is accomplished the same way by using a little screwdriver or a little knife and keep picking away at all the old glass. Keep using your heat gun to soften up the glue. Remember, underneath the glass there is the proximity switch and the speaker, so you have to be very careful. On the other side there is the home button that you have to be careful with also. So just be careful not to break anything and stay on the edges while you're taking the glass out. This is a tedious job, but it needs to get done. Now that you've cleaned the surface away with the old glass and the old glue, with your double-sided adhesive strips, you're going to place it on one side, and just set it in really nicely. It should fit perfectly. And on the other side, you got your second strip by the home button. These adhesive strips are highly recommended because they just fit perfectly where you really need adhesive for the next new glass. Once you get it set right, remove the top layer of the adhesive strip. This is where the new digitizer glass touchscreen is going to be sitting and glued to the frame. On the new digitizers, make sure you take away the old film. Now the cables that come on the digitizer, you're going to slip underneath the frame and line your frame up to your mid frame. And once you line it up, you want to press down on it for a good snug fit. Next, in the back of your new digitizer, there's another film. You need to remove this film before you put the LCD back in. Now grab your LCD and set it back where it belongs. By pulling out on the frame, on the mid frame, you can slide the LCD in. It should line up perfectly. Grab your 6 screws again and screw it all back in. Just remember, when you're putting the LCD and the digitizer together, do not touch the glass or the LCD front, the front of the LCD, or you're going to have finger marks on it. Just try to keep it clean in a safe place. Now you have to put your screen back on your board. First, you want to put connector number 3 in. Now remember, there was a latch on it. Now that when you slide that connector in, you have to flip the latch back down. Then put in connector 2 and 1. Now that your digitizer is set in place, now you can put the 2 screws in to hold it down in place. Put your SIM card back in. And turn on your screen. Put your case back on. The last piece of the puzzle, take off the last film. There you go. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/iPhoneRepair. We are iPhoneReplacementParts.com, your iPhone 2G, 3G, and 3GS parts supplier and repair people. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe to our